Fall is harvest time across the Heartland, and here in Northern California, that means hundreds of thousands of acres of rice will get harvested, and it gets used all over the world for lots of different things. Everything from sushi to cereal to sake. It's a festive mood with lots of food, all in celebration of a particular alcoholic beverage, sake. At this Northern California Sake Fest, both newbies and aficionados are welcomed.
The sake is really good. I think the fruity ones, the ones with the fruit in it, are a little more appealing, but the plain ones are good.
It really mystifies me how they can pull out of simple grain, how they can pull such a diversity of flavor.
And sake's key ingredient can be found being harvested in fields not far from this celebration. Golden brown rice, as far as the eye can see, fills the landscape.
Northern California grows about 500,000, almost 600,000 acres of rice. A majority of that ground is a real heavy clay soil that doesn't allow for other crops to grow. It's very suitable for rice.
Mike DeWitt and his father take pride in their 3,000 acres of rice they're growing here. The variety is called calrose. It's the rice that's used in 99% of the sushi served in the United States, and increasingly, it's being used for sake.
Okay, this is typical calrose rice. It's tilted, tipped over, means it's getting close to harvest time. When it first comes out, it's erect, vertical, and then it starts to tip like this. And when it's all tipped, we know it's ready to harvest. They're getting really close.
12% of the rice grown in the U.S. ends up as beer or sake. After rice is harvested in the fall, it's brought to milling facilities like this one in West Sacramento, California. And what the rice is going to be used for depends on the milling. And sake gets milled even more than sushi rice. The extra step is called polishing. While 20 and 50-pound bags of sushi rice stream out the door here for locations across the U.S. and around the world, bulk bags of specially polished rice for sake will end up not too far away. Here at Takara USA in Berkeley, California, in the San Francisco Bay Area.
When we decided to found the brewery here, initial condition required rice supply and water supply.
The rice supply is just down the road, literally, and the water as well?
Sources, of course, the Sierra water. It's very soft water, which is perfect for our purpose, making sake.
And unlike hard liquors like bourbon or whiskey, sake isn't distilled, it's brewed. It's an extremely delicate process, with timing being critical. So these tanks are soaking the rice. How long does the rice have to soak?
Rice need to be stay in water overnight.
Sake traces its roots to 3rd century BC in Japan. The process has been refined over the course of thousands of years. Takara Sake originated in Japan in 1925. They opened their U.S. facility in 1982, one of just a handful of U.S. sake brewers.
It's same traditional way of making sake we are doing here. Of course, the equipment is totally new.
The country's largest sake producer attributes its good deal of growth to the popularity of Japanese food.
If you see the number of the Japanese restaurants in the US, it's now almost 15,000, and the number is really growing more than 110% every year.
Sake has a higher alcohol content than beer or wine, and there's various types of sake. Premium sake has no added alcohol, and sake varieties also differ based on the amount of rice polishing. While most people are familiar with warm sake, it can actually be enjoyed on the rocks or even chilled. There's junmai, honjozo, singo, nama, nigori, genshu. For the sake illiterate like myself, it can be confusing. So more investigation is needed.
You have to have an open mind. I mean, how many people have their first taste of wine and don't know what to do with the flavor?
That's right.
You have to give sake a chance. It will open up a whole new world for you.
I'll drink to that.